It'll be fun, they said. Do it for the content, they said. Welcome on back to TK's Garage in Houston, or Dallas, or Texas. We have a problem. I have 120 miles to roll. My temps are still good, but at the last stop when I went to refill my box, I noticed a bunch of blue stuff around my water pump and a slow dribble coming out of it, which means, yep, more than likely the Blue Devil probably grenaded my water tank or caused it to leak at a minimum. That sucks, but it's okay. I think the water pump is like $200, something like that. Radiator is going to be like $350, $400. And once I replace the radiator and the water pump and, you know, do a full flush and all the other system and hoses and whatnot, I'm probably looking at like $600 to $700 in repairing the cooling system. Cool. The other stuff on the car is already paid for, like the front end and stuff that I bought from Full Bolt-On Garage. The rest of the repairs on the car will be covered by my insurance. We'll see how this goes. But, sucks. But right now, temps are looking good. I keep bouncing between 226 and 230. I've got as high as 233, which is like 1 degree over normal operating temperature. But let's roll the intro and we'll get into tonight's video. You'll get to see some of the grenaded water pump and what I mean by that. And we'll refill this thing maybe one more time and try to make it the last 100 miles.
Perfect.
All right, guys, so I'm recording this screen recording so you can see where my temp is. You can see my miles per hour, where my RPM is. Temperature, I know it's red, but the normal operating temperature for this car is 225 degrees Fahrenheit to 232. That is the normal operating temperature for this car. 225 to 232. I'm a degree over at 233, but you see that it goes right back down to 226, and it hovers around 230, so it's not doing bad. Temperature outside, and I'm outside of Dallas, is 48 degrees. So that's good. Engine oil temperature is at 212. The only thing I can't get is my transmission temp, and it's the only thing I'm worried about. So, remember I did pour that Blue Devil in, and I stopped to refill the coolant box. I was wondering why I was all of a sudden going through a gallon now every 100 miles instead of, you know, like a quarter of a gallon every 200 miles. And yeah, the water pump has a bunch of stuff on it, which you guys will see here in this video. All right, guys, so I am in eco mode, no racing, no balls mode. I'm not even having fun with it right now. Can't. I am literally limping her in this last 118 miles. You see, I got to go here. And I am in the middle of literally bumfuck nowhere, Texas. Not happy about that. I know there's also deer and all kinds of other crap out here, so I'm definitely paying attention to what I'm doing. But what a way to open the video, right? Low light video, potato camera, and the cooling system that is failing. Why does this sound like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre plot? Damn it. But in all seriousness, the car is running good. You can see the temperature is holding steady. Even if the water pump is grenading, I just need the water pump to hold and circulate a little bit of water here and there for these next 117 miles. And then I'll load her up on a trailer and put her on a U-Haul for the rest of the run. Because it's just not, like, here's the thing. I was doing a lot of research on the B58 on this engine, and it is like a 50-50 air-cooled and liquid-cooled engine. So When I can tell that I need to add water to the engine and I'm getting low is when I start to see my oil temps creeping up. So the oil temp is, in this temperature, has been sitting around 210 degrees. But when I'm at like 45 degrees outside, 48 degrees outside, and this thing starts creeping up to like 220, 225, oil temps, 230, literally it's because it's getting low on coolant. So I literally just pull over at the next gas station, top off the tank, and keep moving. And it was fine until about Amarillo, I guess, is when it really, like when we left off of the last video. I was putting about 1/4 gallon in every couple hundred miles, so no big deal. Now I'm going through an entire gallon. So, you know, I still have like 3-4 gallons here in the car, so we only have to make it 116 miles. I think we're going to be able to do that. I don't think that's going to be too much of a task to ask for the B58 in 49-degree weather. It's not hot outside. The sun's not beating on it. Temperatures are holding at normal operating temperature. So we'll see how she does. But stay tuned. The next time we stop, I'll crack the hood. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Well, guys, so much for that. And yeah, it didn't just stop. I have 91 miles to go, but I also got a tire pressure notification, and she started running a little higher. She started getting to like 237 degrees, so I stopped to get out, and let me give you guys a quick look at what the water pump stuff looks like. I'm gonna have to, I already know you're gonna say, TK, you're gonna murder this car. Boo. I have gasket maker in the trunk. I think what I might have to do is just take the belt off, take off the intake pipe, and take the water pump off and see if the impellers and stuff are messed up. And if they're not, just clean it up, make a gasket for it, put it back together, seal it up. I'll have to sit here for a couple hours while it sets, and then refill it up with coolant, and then finish out the last 90 or so miles. But yeah, lesson learned, Blue Devil in a BMW, probably not the best idea, especially with these weak ass water pumps. And I should have known that CarMax was going to put in a stock one. When I replace it, we're going to do metal impellers at full bolt-on garage, and I'm going to do the same thing with the radiator, full metal radiator. Fuck all this plastic shit. The coolant system in this car will never fail again once it's done. Like, I'm done. I don't even want plastic fittings. I don't care if I got to use hoses and clamps. I'm done. So done. All right, let's get out and take a look at how bad this looks. All right, so we're going to look down here so we can get a zoom in so you guys get a better look. Let me zoom out. Of course. There we go. See all that blue stuff down there around the water pump, or better yet, how about right there? That's all the silica and stuff from the Blue Devil. Fun times. All right, guys, not the best lighting, but quick update. My hands are disgusting. I got the belt back on, and we do have the gasket maker on, so that's good. The water pump is fucked. Not one of the blades in the impeller are broken, and I guess the pressure in the coolant system with the Blue Devil shit in there kind of like broke the seal, the gasket around the water pump, because it is kind of weak, to be honest. So now we're gonna try to make it these last 91 miles and see if we can make it. I'm so fucking aggravated right now. Oh, and I see we have one of law enforcement's finest up here on the right. Whew. Well, in some good news, he didn't fuck with me, so that's a win. But I'll give you guys another update when I stop here in a minute. I just want to get this somewhere where I know I'm going to be around people, because I don't know where the hell I'm at. Springfield something, Texas. I just need to get this closer to Dallas, where I know I'm around people or can get to a U-Haul or something if I need to. And I'll give you guys an update in a minute, but my ass is very tight right now. Fuck. All right, guys, shout out to everybody that was just with me over there on Instagram Live. That was interesting. And people that were watching on the live as I had to tear this thing down, man. If you're not following me on Instagram at TK's Garage, you're missing out. She's still running. Temp is still good. She's literally at 229 on the temp, which is right where she needs to be. We have 65 miles left to go. I got plenty of water and coolant in the car if it is needed, but I think I'm gonna be able to get her in, and I don't have to put her through anything else. We'll put her on a trailer and tow her the rest of the way. But oh my God, these cars are friggin' tanks, man. I swear to God. And look, I know someone's gonna be in the comments, why would you drive the car with a bad radiator? First of all, suck a dick. 2, I fucked your mom sideways. All right. 3, there's no radiators available. I looked. I went to the dealer. I went to the dealer in Henderson, in Vegas, and then went to the aftermarket spot. Nobody had a radiator for the car. So I did the next best thing I could do, because the car needs to be at Amir. No shipper could pick it up for a week and a half. So I was like, fuck, I got to get this car to Full Bolt-On Garage so that my insurance company, they can get done with the inspection and fix the car, you know? So I poured the Blue Devil in, knowing, you know, it was a gamble, right? And the gamble being, yes, there was a possibility that the water pump would fucking fail using the Blue Devil. And it did. Well, it hasn't failed. It's still working, but it's leaking. And I expected it with all that silica and crap that, you know, Blue Devil turns into. So it is what it is. All right. I'm not upset about it. The water pump's like $200. Yes, I cost myself $200. But in all reality, if I had to ship the car, like where I'm at with it now, I can get a U-Haul with a trailer, because I have a special discount code. But it's going to cost me like $400 for the truck and the trailer. And tow this thing to Full Bolt-On Garage the rest of the way to let him be able to do his work on it. And yes, that means I have to buy a water pump. Big deal, you know. But I am doing this though. We'll, you know, I'll deal with Full Bolt-On Garage on it. We'll get a metal radiator. I don't want any more plastic shit. That is the biggest failure on these BMWs, is the plastic crap cooling systems. And somebody should just sue BMW, because I feel like they do this shit on purpose. Like, I want metal expansion tanks. I want hoses and clamps. I don't even want plastic fittings. I don't even want that shit. I want I want clamps and old school hoses, and I want fucking a metal radiator and a metal water pump. And I know they make the metal water pump and a metal radiator, so I will have both. Mark my words. And this car will never, ever, ever have another coolant issue. Ever. So, we're just now approaching I-20, meaning we're almost in. I'm excited. We'll see how it goes. I need to wash my hands as soon as I can get close enough to where I know where I need to be. Because I need to get this silica and oil and crap off my hands. But overall, I'm impressed. I'm happy with where we're at. The car is performing good at this point. Temp looks good. We're rolling. And I think we're going to get in. So, barring us not making it, I'll follow up with better lighting and some FaceTime, and we'll see if we make it here shortly. Gasket maker for the win. You know where I learned that? Auto auction rebuilds. Yep. I don't remember what it was that Randy was using gasket maker on. I think maybe it was not a head. Maybe it was a valve cover gasket or something. But I watched him use that. I was like, that shit's amazing. And I always kept a little, you know, tub of that crap in the trunk with tools, you know, and I always keep tools and stuff too. And good, thank God I brought my tools, man. Whew, the tools came in handy today. All right, let's go ahead and roll out. I'm gonna turn this camera off because I need to be able to monitor my temperature in numbers and not that. And yeah, we'll knock the rest of this trip out. All right, guys, I'm hoping the weather's gonna hold for you guys that are racing this weekend, but that don't look good. Temps and stuff still holding good. 20 miles left to go, less than that, 19 now. Oh, I'm ecstatic. If we can just get this in, man. Whew! Let me tell you, boy, this right here. Jesus. Jesus. Oh, man. There it is. Y'all see it. Dallas. We're in the building. Much better. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for today's video. Obviously, the car is okay. Just posting these videos in chronological order so you can see how the trip is going and went. Fun times. Part 3 tomorrow. Stay tuned. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Was I crazy as hell for doing that? And yes, working on your car in the middle of Texas Chainsaw Massacre territory. Fun times.